Hello everyone, welcome to Commerce classes, and today we'll be solving a problem on key factors and optimal product mix. As I told you in the last class that we'll be taking up a few more problems, practice problems to understand all the managerial decisions based on CVP analysis. So this is one of the important decisions called optimal product mix based on key factor. So let us go through the question first. Basics are known to you. I hope you have gone through the previous videos. So ABC manufactures and sells three products A, B and C. All three are made from same set of machines and production is limited by capacity. That means machine hours are limited. Okay. Now we are given direct material cost per unit, labor cost, variable overhead, selling price per unit. So for all the three product lines, information is available. Machine time is also given in minutes. So it takes 39 minutes to produce A and likewise for B and C. Now in the following year, company is facing extreme shortage of raw materials. So now your focus is shifted. Previously you were limited by machine capacity. Now it is limited by raw materials. So there is a change in the key factor. Company needs 3 kg, 4 kg and 5 kg of raw materials to produce 1 unit of A, B and C. So use is given. Our first part of the problem is how would product priorities change? Now you remember when there is a key factor, that is a limiting factor which is restricting us from going up to the maximum. Then we determine contribution based on this key factor. Our aim is to maximize contribution. Okay, so we'll be picking up that product first which is giving us maximum contribution per unit of key factor. Because key factor is limited, so you will have to see contribution in its respect, that which is giving us maximum benefit. Now question is not direct. It is not saying calculate or record or solve ranking order for the product lines. It simply says how would the priorities change. That means we are to compare the scenario. So you are to give the rank order for the present scenario, that is machine hour when they are limited, and secondly when the raw material is in shortage. So we'll be making a contribution based cost sheet, or we'll simply make a table making calculations of contribution, because what we need is contribution only. So product line A, B and C. Selling price is 5, 6, 7. Minus variable cost, because our focus is on contribution only, so we'll be just calculating total fixed cost here. So these are the components, total variable cost, sorry. These are the components of variable cost, so that gives us contribution of selling price minus variable cost 1.95 for product A. Rupees per unit is the information being reported. For B it is 4.20, that means 1.8. For C it is 5.46, that is 1.54. So this is our contribution. Now if there is no limit, then we'll go with the maximum contribution line, that is A. But our resources are limited. So when you have machine as the key factor, machine hours. So we'll study contribution per machine hour, you can say, or per machine minute. Because we are given machine time in minutes, so we can calculate contribution per minute also. So it will be 1.95 upon 39 minutes. It is 1.80 upon 20 minutes, that is the time it takes to produce B. For C it is 1.54 upon 28 minutes. That means you have 0.05 rupees per minute, 0.09 rupees per minute and 0.055 rupees per minute of contribution for each of the products. Which means our ranking is now B will be given first rank because it is giving us maximum contribution, then C and then finally A. That is, our preference order is going to be, or ranking order is going to be first B, then C, and then A. Now, when the key factor is raw material, then how will the priorities change? So now we will be calculating contribution per unit of raw material, and as raw material is in kilograms, so it will be per kilogram of raw material. So herein it will be contribution upon raw material in kilograms. So contribution is 1.95 and it takes 3 kilograms to produce 1 unit, 4 kilogram for B, and for C it is 5 kilograms of per unit of raw material. So our contribution per kilogram of raw material is 65 rupees for A, 0.45 rupees for B, and 0.308 for C. Right. So our ranking is going to be, which one is giving you the maximum is top ranked. So A, and then B comes, and then C. So our preference order is A, B, C. So your answer is not over here because your question says how the product priorities change. So now we'll have to write it that with the change in the key factor from labor to machine hours to raw material, our preference order has changed from BCA to ABC. So this is how we'll work for this. So this language answer is very important. Now next part of the question is calculate optimal product mix if overall raw material available is 4000 kilograms and maximum demand of each product is 200 units, 300 units and 500 units. Okay, so we are given overall raw material availability 4000 kilograms and maximum demand is for A 200, 300 and 500 units. 200, B 300 and C 500 units. Now in order to make the optimal product mix, we can make use of the table that I explained you in the previous videos, and we can work without that also. So this time I am explaining it in a very layman's term without making any table. Now you see, this is your overall raw material availability. You can go for maximum production in this. The ranking of the products is A, B and C. This is the ranking that we have determined for raw material as key factor. Okay, and their raw material requirement is 3 kg, 4 kg and 5 kg for each of these. Okay, so let us start with this. So first of all, now which product should be produced out of ABC? Since A is first in the priority ranking, so first of all, firm or company should produce or manufacture A to the maximum possible extent. Isn't it? So what is the maximum extent? For A it is 200 units. So raw material requirement, maximum raw material requirement will be 200 units of A at the rate of 3 kilogram per unit. That means you can maximum have 600 kilogram of raw material being used here. So that can be easily be done because you have a maximum raw material of 4000 available. So you can write produce A up to maximum 200 units. You can do this. Now, what is raw material availability? Now with this, if you use raw material for this, your raw material availability is reduced by 600 kilogram. So previously you had 4000 kilogram, now it is reduced by 600. So you have 3400 kilogram of raw material. So company can produce after A, next ranking is B. So company should produce B up to maximum possible extent. And what is the maximum possible extent? 300 units. For B, maximum demand is 300 units. So you can go for maximum 300 units. So raw material requirement will be 300 units at the rate of 3 rupees per kg. Okay, for this it is 4 rupees, 4 kilogram per unit. So 1200 kilogram will be used here. So company can produce 300 units of B. You can do this because you have 3400 kilogram of raw material available and you need only 1200 kilogram of raw material here. So you can go for maximum. Okay, now what is the status? Raw material available will be, previously it was 3400 kilogram. If you use 1200 kilogram here, you are left with 2200 kilogram. So now you are left with only C. So now company can produce C using the raw material. So you can use this raw material and you can produce C. But how much? How many units? Since C has a maximum demand of 500 units with the requirement of 5 kg, that means you need maximum 2500 kilogram of raw material if you want to go for the maximum limit. But you do not have that much. You just have 2200 kilograms. So units of C to be produced. So how many units will be produced? You will utilize this at the rate of 5 kilogram per unit. So that means 440 units. So at the maximum 440 units will be produced. So what is our product mix? For product A we can go to maximum 200. This is what we have analyzed. For product B we can go for a maximum of 300 units. And for C, we cannot go to maximum, so we can produce only 440 units. So this optimal product mix can be stated, and further you can use it to record contribution and net profit. So product mix is 200 units, 300 units and 440 units of A, B and C. This is your product mix. Now if your question asks further, calculate total contribution, then you can make further calculations. Its contribution per unit is 1.95, 1.80 for B and 1.54 for C. So you can multiply the two and you can calculate contribution. So on 200 units, 300 units, 400 units. This will give you total contribution. If your question further asks you to calculate profit or loss, then you will deduct fixed cost and you will get profit or loss as the case may be. So this is how we determine optimal product mix. We can make it through the table also, and we can do it in a statement form also with our own understanding according to rank order. So I hope this is clear to you. You can practice some more questions. Thank you. Stay happy. Stay smiling.